Alright, YouTube, so the video down below is from Animation on Fox, and they're promoting an upcoming Simpsons episode, and I'll go ahead and read you the description of the video here. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her squad face off against President Donald Trump, and I watched the video. It's about a minute and a half. I highly recommend you watch it too. I got a good laugh out of it, and I'll tell you why, because they're depicting AOC, Tlaib, Presley, and Omar, as well as the other Democrats, in a very sane fashion, as if they're the sane ones in today's political landscape. And, you know, of course, Orange Man bad, so they depict Trump as this, you know, fat ass with tiny hands, and, oh, I'm Donald Trump, this is how I talk. And, you know, that doesn't really sound like him, of course, but, you know, Alec Baldwin, Brock Baker, the rest of the people that do impressions or impersonations of him, I don't know the difference between those two words are, but anyways, you guys know what I mean. They all sound the same. The only good one, in my opinion, was Daryl Hammond, and that was on SNL a few years back. But anyways, they're depicting AOC, the squad, and the rest of the Democrats look very sane, which they're not. And this is based off the policies that they put forth, as well as their rhetoric that they constantly spew out. You know, the orange man bad, white man bad, guns are bad, okay? You know, those three things, you're going to hear those things repeated for God knows how long, you know. But it's like a little musical thing here, a little musical preview in this video down below. And Joe Biden, you know, he's he's in the middle of like this can line, and like the rest of the Democratic candidates are all lined up marching towards Trump, and then Trump joins the can line, and then he falls down, and then Joe Biden says, haha, who's the old man now? I mean, if it's clearly trying to promote the Democrats here, obviously. You know, we all know that the Democrats have a pretty big stranglehold on the media today. And Dronatech Politics, for what it's worth, I mean, he was really the first one that I've heard that has mentioned this, that the DNC has a total stranglehold over the media. I don't know if this includes Fox News. I am certainly not a fan of Fox News. It's corporate media, it's Mockingbird media. But a lot of times, you know, and this is when, change the subject here real quick. During the midterm election cycle last year, the people that were going on Fox News, they were saying, oh, the most important thing that the Republicans need to run on is healthcare. Absolutely not. The Democrats are the ones that are going to continue to push for healthcare, because they essentially want control over the common man, and that's how they're going to do it, through and this is classic Agenda 21. They're going to decide who gets to live and who doesn't, and that's essentially what healthcare is in their minds. But anyways, Fox News I consider to be part of the cabal, so to speak. But you've got the depictions of AOC, Presley, Omar, Tlaib, and the rest of the Democrats as if they're sane, and Trump as if he's like, you know, a bumbling idiot. And that seems to be part of the Orange Man bad propaganda cycle. Now here's the thing. They're doing this in order to make the Democrats look good. That's always what they're going to do, because the Democrats look so bad right now. And thank God for the alternative media for exposing these people for who they are. I mean, they're corrupt, they're perverted, they're idiotic. All three of those things. I mean, you take your pick. You can take a look at any of these people that are running for office, and you just say, like, is this person serious? Honestly? Especially Joe Biden. I mean, Joe Biden has been really hit hard, and it's been increasingly more difficult for his media backers, the people in the media, to justify what he's doing. And Stick said this perfectly. You know, I mean, Biden has always had a history of being a gaffe master, as he puts it. But even now, it's like it's really hard for the media to really cover what he's saying, because what he's saying is factually incorrect. I mean, he said the other day that JFK Jr. or RFK, one of the two, was killed in the late 70s along with MLK, but I mean, they were killed in the 60s, if I have my history correct. And Joe Biden also said the other day, oh, you know, I was in Afghanistan and my helicopter got shot at, and we had to make an emergency landing. And he also said, like, you know, oh, I've been to Iraq, you know, I've something along the lines of, like, I've been under a mortar fire or something like that. So for the Simpsons to come out and do this, it's clearly damage control, and it's really shameful, because the Simpsons, I've really been a big fan of the Simpsons for many years. One of the first shows I really got into when I was a kid, you know, and it really is one of those shows that can make kids laugh as well as adults laugh. But they really seem to be straying away from that in order to push a certain political message. And right now, yeah, they want to make the squad look sane. They want to make the Democrats running for president in 2020 look sane. It's not working, though. It really isn't working. And to add to the layer of interest here, when it comes to Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, and he did Futurama, which I'm a really big fan of as well. Wasn't a big fan of the reboot, but the original was really good. I'm hearing a lot of things from the alternative media that Matt Groening has flown on the Lolita Express, and Martin Bordell even did a video this morning. I think it was his final video, where he was talking about Matt Groening being accused of having minor aged girls, massage his feet aboard the Lolita Express, and obviously alleged, innocent until proven guilty. But it's just very interesting that The Simpsons would release essentially what amounts to be a hit piece and propaganda against Trump in the midst of all these accusations. It really is. And I'm just looking at the comment section. It's Epstein this, Epstein that. This is rest in peace, The Simpsons and the Lolita Express. You look at the video down below. You look at all the comments. It's pretty it's coming out there. It's like seems to be the general consensus that Matt Groening was clearly compromised, innocent until proven guilty, allegedly. So let's be fair on him in that regard. But as it turns out, a lot of these people who get wrapped up into this whole Epstein network, most of them have been they've been proven to be compromised, and it's coming out. And if you're going off of the Catherine Austin Fitz motif, where she says the louder that they scream, the more guilty they are. I mean, you look at all these people like Robert De Niro, and this is one of the first videos that I made here on YouTube, where I talked about how Robert De Niro was involved in a sex trafficking ring in the late 90s in Paris. And, you see him today, he's constantly coming out saying Orange Man bad, essentially. You've got, the list goes on. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sure. Oh, Alec Baldwin, who's been linked to Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of the people around the world, in terms of state heads, they've been linked to Epstein. And they're the ones, who are, not as loudly, of course, because they're in positions of power. I mean, they know that they can that they're fairly protected. The celebrities, not so much. They are, they're compromised for the most part. A lot of them are. I mean, a lot of the celebrities who come out, like Jennifer Lawrence and Katy Perry, you have to think that they're compromised based off the things that they're saying about Trump. And, Bill Maher, another guy, he's got his own little club there at the Bohemian Grove. Bill Maher is a very sick guy, and he doesn't really I guess he's not really trying to hide it. He has come out in the past and he said things about like, this 20 or 30 something teacher slept with one of her 14-year-old students, and Bill Maher said, they say that's sexual assault of a minor, or what do you call it, statutory rape, but I call that love. That's what he said, and that's here on YouTube. You can find that. You can fact check that. Bill Maher has said things like that. So I get, all right, look, in closing, I mean, it's really sad that the Simpsons are doing this. I really thought that in the era of Trump that they probably would have been a little bit more fair, maybe poking fun of the Democrats, and I don't know if South Park is going to do anything like that. It'd be nice for them to pick up the slack in that regard. The United Spot, my channel here on YouTube, I mean, they've pretty much just filled that void, so to speak. And, there's some funny things about Trump, but it's just like, it gets tired after a while because you hear the same jokes basically in the media. Oh, he's got orange skin. Oh, he's got tiny hands, which means he has a tiny penis. Oh, he's fat. He eats 2 Big Macs a day. Okay, it was funny the first time around, but, now that, based off what a great job he's doing as president, it's not that he's above criticism or above joking like that. It's just like, okay, whatever. All those things might be true. Who gives a shit? We like him as a president. I don't really give a shit. I don't really give a shit about what he does. Like all of the above things I listed are, who he is as a person. Who gives a shit? Because he's a good leader. And yeah, you expect to see The Simpsons get a lot of backlash for this, and expect to hear Matt Groening get mentioned a lot more in maybe QAnon posts or anything like that, or just in general here in the alternative media, here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you're going to hear a lot of that. Absolutely, you're going to hear a lot about Matt Groening and the possibility that he's connected to Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, he may be one of those names on the Lolita Express's Black Book. Is that why they're mentioning him? Who knows? So it probably is already proven that he's connected to Epstein. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Stay tuned. I'm going to be making videos for the next 40 minutes or so. I got a lot of stuff to announce to you guys. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. I'll see you later. I got to work on that outro.